Hi again, it's Liz and Annie, and we're back to show you another really helpful feature in your Zoom room that you might want to use in the spring quarter when you're teaching remotely, especially if you are teaching a class with students who are going to be attending your lecture synchronously, or your TAs will be hosting discussion sections where people are attending synchronously. So today I'm joined, of course, by Annie and my colleague Kate, my colleague Erica, and my colleague Rachel. Now, Kate, Erica, Rachel, and to some extent Annie are pretend students in my lecture right now. So let's say I'm trying to host like a Q&A. Let's say I just lectured for a few minutes, then I come back to check on my students and see if anyone has any questions in the breaks between lecture chunks. So hi guys, how's it going? I know it's really early. I know it's week 5. Everyone's really tired. Erica.
What? Hold on.
Erica, we need you
Hold on, I'll be there.
Erica, we need you to mute yourself if you have other business to attend to while you're in a class. Erica, okay, all right. First line of defense. First line of defense is the instructor. I'm going to
hold on.
Mute Erica. That solved a lot of the problems. There, Erica's muted. And how are the rest of us doing? Everyone doing okay? Erica seems very confused, but she's muted.
I find Erica's video very distracting to my learning.
Oh, well, Erica, your background video is distracting other students. Your processor is not strong enough to actually hold the image constant. It is actually distracting to the instructor as well. Erica, I'm worried about your physical safety when you do that. I keep thinking you're going to fall off that cliff. Erica, why don't you change your background to something more professional? You're muted.
Is she able to unmute herself?
Yeah, she can.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much for your compliance.
Okay.
How's everyone else doing? Any questions from that brilliant lecture I just gave? Everyone good? Oh, that's much better. Thank you, Erica. Erica, I can see you.
So you can't see me?
I can. So when you're making a sassy pouty face at the instructor, I can see it.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's just like a real classroom.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, you guys are actually really well behaved. I don't really see any problems.
Can I pretend to fall asleep?
Of course. Well, will you be doing that now?
Should I do that now?
Yeah, go for it.
Or I'll just, oh my gosh.
Fall asleep, but snore loudly on camera.
So funny.
Drinking in class. How do we
Kate Sweeney, are you drinking wine in my 8 a.m. class?
Where's Greg?
Unacceptable. You're not even, I think you're 18 years old. You really should not be drinking alcohol at 8 a.m. on a Wednesday.
What are you going to do about it?
What am I going to do about it? Well, I'm going to ask you to stop first. Have you stopped the behavior? Okay, that's just, you're being openly defiant now. I'll ask you to, I'm going to mute you so no other students are influenced by this bad behavior. And I think the behavior has stopped. Okay, so muting's really powerful. And asking students to make their backgrounds more professional is very powerful. Now, if Kate or Erica continue to present a problem for me, I have one other tool in my arsenal. I hope I don't have to use it. Oh my God!
This is so funny.
Kate Sweeney, I oughta. Okay, all right. You know what? I have, like, the nuclear option in my Zoom room arsenal is to put you on hold. That's right. Kate's on hold.
Can she still hear us?
No, she's not. She's just in weird purgatory right now.
You can't learn anymore?
Not until I let her back into my class when she's done being disruptive.
You can't turn off her video?
I'll bring her back and try that. Actually, I'll try that on you.
Oh my gosh, I just got a message.
Okay. Yeah, I can cancel Rachel.
But I could turn it back on.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I can't start it. No.
Oh! Okay. This is. I'm asking you to start your video. You can come back. Okay. Well, Kate, how did that feel?
I felt very ostracized.
What did you see on your end?
It just sort of cuts out and then goes to a screen that says something like the host will let you back in a few minutes or something like that. Just white.
Okay.
That's actually kind of convenient for like if you have conflict of interest in, you know, reviews or something.
That's right. So we could use it to actually manage any kind of disruption in our classes or our discussion sections. This would be handy for TAs. Let me try to like mentally walk through the options that you have. So if someone's being inconsiderate, but they don't necessarily realize that they're unmuted, you can mute them. You can ask them to mute themselves, or you can just come over here to participants and do it for them. So we all often forget that like any background noise is much louder on a Zoom meeting than it seems to us in our actual atmosphere. If someone is doing something potentially really disruptive because they forget that like they're texting blatantly in front of their instructor, like if Erica is really disruptive because of that, I can stop her video temporarily. So I will let her come back. Oops, that's Annie. Okay, she can start a video again once I invite her to do that. Could stop the video, could mute people. They have the option to unmute themselves or start their video again. So these are kind of like, hey, these are warnings essentially, like you're not behaving in a way that's super appropriate. But if I really have a problem, I could put Kate on hold or put someone on hold, which puts them in that purgatory room. Or if it were really problematic, or this had been repeated instances of whatever kind of like distracting behavior, I can remove someone entirely. So that means they're just booted out of my room and I don't think they can come back in to this occurrence of the meeting, which means they're done with class. So obviously we would not do that if we wanted someone to be able to come back in after a couple minutes had elapsed. For the putting people on hold, what Rachel just pointed out, and what I think is really good to note, is this is a way, so there's a bunch of different ways to do this. You could also create breakout rooms and put some people in there if like you wanted to have a private discussion that you weren't having in the main room with everybody who's on the call. You could also put one person on hold if you need to kick them out temporarily. So what Rachel had noted is that this would come in handy for virtual defenses for graduate student meetings. Anything where we have a faculty committee that needs to deliberate for a few minutes before or after making a determination for a student exam, a student could be put on hold from the Zoom room. So they're relegated to that weird purgatory place, but they can be summoned back when the committee or the other people on the call are ready. Okay, so this is potentially a useful set of strategies that you can deploy as the instructor to, or as a TA if you need to do any kind of classroom management and make sure you're trying to preserve the quality of the learning environment for as many of your students as possible if people are purposefully or inadvertently being disruptive during the class. Okay, so just really quick, I want to thank my colleagues for their bad behavior, which is not at all how they behave in reality, but that was very helpful. And of course, we'll be back with more videos soon. So good luck with this one.